Found Coffee in Guelph, and we are going to learn all about roasting coffee. But before we get into that, we're here with Leighton. Leighton, tell us about Found and how you began this.
Well, thanks for visiting today. We started in 2019 out of a passion and a love for creating a space for coffee and community. And now we're in 3 locations in 2 cities, and we've just started a roastery, so we're really excited that you're here.
Honestly, just being here, it's so aesthetically pleasing. The pinks, the blues. Why did you choose to brand it in this way?
We just wanted to create beautiful spaces for people to feel at home, to feel like they belong, which is where the word found came from. We wanted to recreate that feeling that you get when you find something that you've been looking for your whole life. And so the choices of our coral, sort of dusty rose color and our sort of soft ocean blue is because Australia is known for really 2 things, the desert and the ocean. And we just wanted to make people feel refreshed when they walked in. We wanted to give them a space that feels like Australia on the other side of the world.
Especially in the wintertime, people want to feel like they're in Australia. Leighton, tell us a little bit about the products that you offer here. I know that this is the first roastery, so now you have your own beans, but what else do you sell?
We didn't want to recreate the wheel. We believe that coffee in particular is still a really, really great product. And I think how we've chosen to establish ourselves is really to make sure that we're focusing on premium quality beans and really authentic and genuine ingredients. I feel like in the industry, it's kind of gotten a little bit lost, and we wanted to bring it back to basics. And so we have a great menu that's really tailored towards making sure that it's a great product and that it's served in the right way. So for example, we have this really beautiful cafe mocha, which is made with our coffee, but also with a real melted down couverture chocolate that's ethically sourced from the Dominican Republic and made exclusively for us by a local chocolatier.
There are probably people watching that are curious to know what the difference is between going through a drive-thru in the morning and getting a fast food franchise coffee and here.
There's quite a few differences. Those sort of franchises and brands rely a lot on convenience. They focus a lot on making sure that they're in the right place at the right time. A lot of our locals, they all come because they want to be here. They want to taste the coffee, a better coffee. Coffee in particular is scored between 0 and 100, and we are only serving coffee that's scored 80 plus. So the top 5th of that's ever grown globally will only ever be served in a business like ours. Whereas that 0 to 80 end up in massive franchises, dark roasted coffee that's basically just flavored water in a lot of ways. From our point of view, we're trying to meet a need of people that want that better quality cup of coffee, that it's grown better, it's sourced better, it's not just fair trade, because from my point of view, the average price for a green coffee is actually $1.40 US. Per pound for a green unroasted coffee. That's fair trade. We're actually buying coffee that's sourced for more like $5, $6, $7 US a pound, far beyond the fair trade, which means we're able to reinvest into these farmers' lives, to reinvest into the harvest and grow a great coffee that is sustainable and grow a coffee that we're proud to provide to the local community here and hopefully all across Canada.
Amazing. Well, I'm so excited to geek out over coffee and learn about how the bean actually goes from bean to the cup that you serve here. So I say, let's get back to the roastery and learn all about coffee.
Let's go.
We are now here at the back of the store with Shelby, who's going to be teaching us how to roast coffee. Can you tell us the process from start to finish?
Yeah, so before I even buy the coffee, I usually get little samples of green coffee that I test, taste, and sample, just to check if it's defected, if it's clean, and whether it will work with our menu. And then from there, I order coffee based off of climate, soil, how the plants were cared for by the producers, and how all of that affects the flavors of the coffee. Then when I have a first coffee, I do about 3 batches, 3 roasts of this coffee, tweaking little things like time and temperature at certain points. And then I will cup and taste it before I even reveal it to the public or launch it into our cafes.
Wow, you are just so knowledgeable. I didn't know there was so much that went into coffee, like time and temperature and flavor profile and where it even grows, which is crazy to me. We can talk about this forever, but I think let's get into it. Let's learn how to roast a perfect bean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it. What is the first step?
So first we have to weigh out our green coffee. I'm gonna weigh out 6 kilos and then we're gonna throw it in the roaster and go from there.
All right, let's do it.
This is the washed Guatemala coffee. It comes in a burlap bag and as well as a Grain Pro plastic bag. And these bags are important for keeping the coffee from oxidation and moisture.
Yeah. Can I smell this?
Yeah, go for
I
it.
just want to grab a handful.
So the green coffee doesn't really have a coffee smell. It smells
Yeah.
more like hay, grass.
It doesn't
sometimes
smell like coffee
lemongrass.
at all.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. And now we're gonna throw it in the roaster.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So right now, my roaster has to get up to temperature. So it knows to charge my beans at a specific temperature so that every time I roast this coffee, it's always being roasted at the same temperature.
So you get consistent flavor. That's what people want. They come, they get, you know, the Guatemalan coffee. They know exactly what they're expecting.
So the coffee is now charged. So it's now tumbling in the roaster, and this is where we apply the most amount of heat to our green because we want to pump up the heat.
It's kind of like watching a washing machine, but with coffee beans.
It's very similar to your dryer. It's just a tumbling drum.
Oh, now it's
So
turning.
now it's
Yeah.
more of a tan color. So we're almost entering what's called cinnamon. So that's like another stage of coloring. So we're really getting those Maillard reactions happening. Now it's way more bready.
Oh,
Like
wow.
yeasty bread, almost popcorn.
Yeah, exactly like popcorn,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah. Let's smell it again because you'll see in a matter of like seconds
It'll drop.
yeah, that's more nutty.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Little bit
It's
less.
developing so quickly.
Yeah, so it's about to drop. So it'll automatically drop out of the roaster and it'll start cooling.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes I'll try the coffee just because it's
Just go in there?
Yep.
Okay.
Grab one.
It's moving. Okay, I'm gonna try a coffee bean that we roasted together.
It's crunchy.
Yeah.
It's a little harder.
You can taste the coffee, but it's not my favorite snack.
Yeah. It doesn't taste like how it does like when you brew it.
I much prefer it in drink form.
Yeah.
Yeah, delicious. I can't get that grain out of my mouth. Now it's time to package up the coffee. I'm gonna be a part of every single part of this whole roasting process. All right. Woo!
There you go. Done.
There we go. Seal that up.
And it just seals the bag so
Amazing.
beans don't fall out. There
And
you go.
would you look at that? We have a perfect bag of Guatemala washed coffee. Now for the best part, we actually get to taste our creation. What is the cupping process?
So the cupping process is a standardized way of tasting your coffee with the least amount of variables that can affect the brew. So it's a very simple way of brewing the coffee. So each coffee is brewed the exact same way. So we're evaluating based off of the coffee itself, not how it's brewed.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get tasting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah. I can't try all of them or else I would be so shaky, but we're gonna try two. So we're gonna try the one we made today, and then which one is this one that we're
It's
gonna
a
try?
Burundi natural, so it's a little bit more on like the fruitier side.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taste it and try to tell you what notes I taste.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
I've been told to slurp it. This is not how I normally drink coffee, but this is how you get the flavor notes. I can see why you said don't choke.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh. What do I taste? Plum?
Yeah, sure. Plum? Yeah.
Sure,
yeah,
plum.
Yeah.
What kind of notes are in this coffee?
So when I taste this coffee, I get kind of like a ripe strawberry, a little bit of like, I would say prune maybe for
Okay.
plum. I could see like the skin of a plum, like that like tartness.
Okay.
Maybe like a blackberry as well, like those berry notes. So which is pretty typical of like natural processed coffees.
This is a professional right here. She knows what she's doing. Okay, time to taste the Guatemalan washed. Wow, that is definitely way sweeter, and I can actually taste the cookie dough. I learned so much about coffee today. If you want to drink better coffee, go to found.coffee.